Imagine with me that every morning is a silent battle, a battle no one sees you fighting, but its outcome determines everything. Either you start your day strong, holding the reins of yourself, or you begin it lost, tossed around by moods and stolen by trivial details. Today we are here to uncover those secrets few speak of, secrets the wise begin their day with, secrets that make you the master of your mind, not its slave. Rule your day before it rules you. In this video, I will share with you 10 things that, if you start your day with them, you will find yourself different, calmer, more present. None of this is theoretical. It is the real-life experience of the great philosophers who came before us, from whom we learned. But before we begin, if you find yourself drawn to this kind of content that offers you something deep and different, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future episodes. Together, we are building this path, a path for those who strive to be free from within, not merely followers of what happens around them. Let's begin. 1. Define your goal for the day. One of the biggest mistakes we make without realizing it is starting our day without a clear goal. We simply let the hours pass as if we're walking a path with no destination. Let me ask you a simple question. What do you want to achieve today? Not tomorrow, not next week, but today, in these limited hours you have in your hands right now. If you can't answer this question, there's a problem, because you'll be like a ship sailing without a destination, moved by the winds as they please. The true Stoic does not live in such randomness. They define their goal from the start of the day. Not an overwhelming, unattainable goal, but one simple yet meaningful thing that, by the end of the day, makes them feel they've taken a step forward. Because they know that days are not just time, they are building blocks. Each day you place a brick. If you don't know where to place it, you'll waste your effort and build without meaning. Imagine if every morning you set just one task for yourself and completed it. How would you feel after a month? After a year? How would you view yourself, seeing that you didn't let a single day pass aimlessly? So, don't start your day lost. Sit with yourself for a moment and ask, what do I want from this day? Don't move until you find the answer, because this answer will guide you through the chaos, the noise, and everything that will try to steal your time and attention. My friend, you only have this day. Don't let it pass as if it doesn't matter to you. Choose it and move forward with resolve. 2. Begin with voluntary discomfort. Do you know what makes some people stronger than others? It's not because they were born stronger or luckier, but because they choose to start their day with what others avoid. They choose to face a little pain at the beginning, to be free from it for the rest of the day. Here's something important to understand. Comfort is not the right starting point for any day you want to control. If you want to master yourself, you must learn to make peace with a little fatigue, a little effort, with the feeling that you're doing something uncomfortable in the moment, but something that shapes you into a different person. Start your day with something that takes you out of your comfort zone, even if it's small. Maybe you get out of bed before you want to. Maybe you face cold water instead of warm. Maybe you force yourself into silence instead of grabbing your phone. What matters isn't the specific act. What matters is telling yourself, I am the one who chooses, not my desires. Because this small moment, this simple exercise, is training for life itself. Life won't hand you comfort easily, so either you choose when to endure hardship, or life will force hardship upon you at a time that doesn't suit you. A true believer in Stoic philosophy knows that those who train themselves to embrace a little voluntary pain become stronger against the pain they don't choose. Start not because you love pain, but because you love being free from it. 3. Visualize the worst that could happen. Do you know what paralyzes people when bad things happen? They weren't prepared. They lived as if life would always be gentle, as if things would always go their way, as if loss would never knock on their door. scarred by life's blows because they've already thought about them. They've already welcomed them in their imagination before they arrive in reality. They understand that part of strength is imagining the worst, not to fear it, but to be ready for it. When you start your day, take a moment and ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen today? Don't shy away from the question. Imagine it clearly, in all the harsh details you think might break you. Then take a deep breath and tell yourself, and if it happens, what will I do? How will I endure? This visualization doesn't make you passive, it makes you stronger. It lets you walk through your day knowing nothing can shake you from within because you've already faced it. The problem isn't pain, it's surprise. The problem isn't loss, it's the belief that it won't happen to you. Be realistic, contemplate the worst, then smile, because you won't be the one who collapses when things go wrong. You'll be the one who stood against them before they even began. 4. Reflect on the impermanence of life. There's a truth people don't like to think about, but it's closer to you than anything else. You are mortal. Everyone you know is mortal. No one stays here forever. Every day we live is a step closer to the end, yet most people live as if they are immortal, wasting time on things that don't matter, petty conflicts, worries over what isn't worth it. Why? Because they've forgotten. Forgotten that time is limited, that the clock is ticking. But those who understand Stoicism, who truly live it, don't run from this truth. They make it their companion. They wake up every morning telling themselves, this might be my last morning. I might not see the evening. Not to fear, but to live, to fill their day with meaning, to stay away from all that wastes their time in futility. Those who remember death know how to live. Reflect on your impermanence, not as weakness, but as strength. Because this awareness makes you more present, more appreciative of every moment. Will you choose to live your day as if you have all the time in the world? Or will you live it as if you understand its true value? No one can guarantee you anything except this moment in your hands. And since you're still here with me, it means you're among the few who take these words seriously, who want to live with real inner strength, not superficial, fake strength. If you're one of those who've chosen to walk this path to the end, write in the comments, I'm continuing. Let me know you're here, that you're present with me until the end, that you're not just a listener, but ready to try this change in your mornings. 5. Don't react immediately to anything. One of the strongest signs that you're beginning to truly understand yourself is that you no longer react to everything quickly. You no longer let every word, every situation, or every person move you as they please. Think about it. How many times have you said or done something and later regretted it? Not because you were wrong at your core, but because you were too quick, too impulsive. You didn't give yourself even a moment to think. A true Stoic learns a simple but profound lesson. Strength isn't in the quick response, but in the ability to pause, to stop for just a moment before you speak, before you act, to let things pass by without dragging you along. Because you are not a reaction machine. You are not just a result of what happens around you. Every morning, remind yourself, this day will be filled with things trying to steal your calm. An annoying message, a provoking look, a painful word. But you are free to react or not. Free to choose when to speak, when to stay silent, when to respond. This freedom belongs only to those who've trained themselves for it. When you don't react immediately, you don't lose anything. On the contrary, you gain yourself, you gain your calm, your control, your dignity, and anything after that can be faced. 6. Reduce your need for others' approval. People exhaust themselves, not from life itself, but from their constant effort to please others, to get that little word of praise, to feel accepted, loved, acknowledged. But think for a moment. How many times have you sought someone's approval only for them to change? How many times have you tried to prove something to someone only for it not to matter to them? It's not that they're bad, it's that you gave them too much of yourself. A true Stoic doesn't live enslaved to the need for approval. They know themselves. They know who they are. They know their worth. We don't need everyone to love us. This is a hidden need that steals from you, steals your peace, even your truth. Because if you live to please others, you'll lose yourself, reduce your need for this approval, not because you don't value people, but because you put them in their proper place. You listen, you understand, but you don't attach. You don't need applause, you need inner peace. And those who find this peace no longer care much about what others say. They walk steadily, do what they believe is right, and leave the rest to others. Those who live this way are not easily defeated. 7. Empty your thoughts. Sometimes what's inside you is too much to bear silently. Thoughts crowd in, emotions clash, and you find no way out. Here comes a simple but profound secret. Writing. Not for others, for yourself alone. A true Stoic knows their mind needs a moment of organization, a space to arrange everything swirling inside. Writing is that space. Imagine sitting with yourself, pen in hand, pouring out everything. What you think, what you fear, what you hope for. There are no rules, no right or wrong way, just you and your truth on paper. This moment is unlike any other because, as you write, you see yourself as you are, without pretense, without filters. You see what you've been running from, and you also see what you thought was impossible, but isn't. Writing pulls you out of your head. It gives you a chance to breathe. It's not just words, it's a mirror that reflects you as you are and helps you rearrange your chaos. Write every morning, even if just one line. Write what you want to be. Write about the moment. Write about your weakness, your strength. It doesn't matter what, just write. Because the more you document your thoughts, the clearer they become, the lighter your day feels, and the sharper your mind. And this clarity is the beginning of true control. 8. Start your day with gratitude. Sometimes we wake up and the first thought in our minds is what we lack, what hasn't been achieved yet, what we're missing. As if the day begins with a weight we don't even know the origin of. But try starting it differently. Look around and reflect a little. This breath you're taking right now, it wasn't guaranteed. This body that carries you every day despite all it's been through is still with you. There are so many things in your life that seem ordinary but aren't. A true Stoic doesn't start their day with complaints, but with gratitude. Not because they don't see what's missing, but because they know gratitude is power. When you give thanks, you open your eyes to the half that's full, not the half that's empty. You don't need miracles to feel content. Sometimes, all you need is to see what you already have, honestly. Tell yourself every morning, I am grateful to be here. I have another chance. I am capable of starting anew. This feeling can't be bought. It doesn't come from outside. Gratitude cultivates humility and gives you a quiet energy, an energy that says, I have enough. And when you move through the day with this feeling, you'll see everything differently. People, situations, even challenges, with a stronger, deeper perspective. 9. Don't complain in the first hour of your day. In the first moments of the day, you are still pure, like a blank page, untouched by life's noise. The news of others hasn't reached you yet. The pressures waiting behind the door haven't touched you. This is exactly when the shape of your entire day is determined. This moment can either be yours or the first thread that pulls you toward distraction, toward complaint, toward that mood you later struggle to free yourself from. Let me say it simply. Don't let negative words leave your mouth while you're still at the start of the path. Because if you begin with them, They'll stay with you until evening. Complaint, my friend, is like an infection. It weakens you from within without you realizing it. It starts with a small word and ends with you feeling like a victim all day. A true Stoic doesn't start their day this way. They know the mind is sensitive in the morning, that what you plant in it first will remain. So they don't fill it with trivialities or unleash frustration. They choose silence, or they choose words that lift them, not weigh them down. They choose to see the day as an opportunity, not a problem. Try this. Stop yourself from complaining in the first hour. Don't complain about the weather, the lack of sleep, or the tasks waiting for you. Watch yourself. You'll be amazed at the change. You'll feel as if you've regained something powerful, as if you're finally controlling the tone of your day. This isn't just a habit. It's a silent battle you win every morning. With your voice, your thoughts, your choice of what to plant in your mind first. And the more you win it, the lighter your days become, and the steadier you stand. Define what's within your control and what isn't. Imagine starting your day with everything around you outside your control. The weather, people, events, even what might happen to you in the next few minutes. No one can predict or control these things. But before you let anxiety take over, let me tell you something. There's one thing you can fully control: yourself, your thoughts, your reactions, your perspective on what happens. And that is the key. When you understand this, you begin to free yourself from the illusion of controlling everything else. You begin redirecting your energy toward the only thing truly worth your attention. Do you know why people exhaust themselves? Because they waste time resisting what can't be changed, getting angry over what's already happened, worrying over what hasn't come yet. But a true Stoic doesn't live this way. They know they don't have to win every battle, only the one inside them. Every morning, before the day begins, they sit for a moment and ask, "What can I do right now? What can I change?" Then they let go of the rest, not out of neglect, but wisdom. Because they know struggling against what you can't change is a losing battle from the first moment. And my friend, we're not here to lose. We're here to master ourselves. So when you open your eyes in the morning, don't start your day preoccupied with what's happening outside. Focus on what's happening inside you. This is the ground you must walk with resolve. This is the true arena for anyone who's chosen to rule their day.